Hello and welcome to Virtual Events. My name is Heyning, and for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey through the different types of virtual events and experiences that you can create. So this is me in a world called Spatial I/O, and we're going to take a little tour of worlds and we're going to discuss some of the affordances and opportunities for different types of events that you may want to try in these worlds. So I'm based in Oakland, California. I've been an interactive media producer for 20 years, and I've worked across the intersections of tech with nonprofits, with government agencies, as an educator, as a teacher, but also as a creator, entrepreneur, and as a producer. And I believe that we are here to create experiences that are lifting each other up, but also affirm the rights of all people. And so figuring out the secret sauce of collaboration. How do we create beautiful participatory experiences that engage everyone? That is why I do what I do. So we're going to explore a little bit of the work we do at Playable, and also 20 years of experience that I've currently done. And this includes some different types of experiences. I'm going to show you a little bit here as we discuss this. So now this is an experience that we put together in 2009. I was working with the Office of Innovative Engagement, which was the State Department. That was my boss at State Department. So what we had discovered was that it was very easy using Second Life, Stream, in this case Obama coming in from Ghana, diplomats coming together from around the world, and then different game worlds, Second Life and MetaPlace in this case, as a way in which we could have very rich conversations together that felt very real. Now, obviously, fast forward 11 years, these are very useful skills. And so figuring out how to create events like this that are going to work for you, that figure out whether you need avatars or not. These sorts of avatar embodiments obviously have been around for 15 years in many different forms. For many decades prior, we've had things like VR, but you may not necessarily need VR for your events. And so figuring out the different affordances, what types of interactions, what types of scriptable demos, how many participants, and what types of streaming you might be using. All of those factors integrate into a virtual experience. And so what we're going to do now is begin to explore some of the different worlds that both my team and others have created for different types of virtual experiences. This is one of my very first worlds that I built in 2005 and 6 in Second Life. It was called Meta, and it is a series, a sci-fi set, and also in this case was a meditation zone. This is Mozilla Hubs, in this case for IEEE Summit. There were speakers gathered after the IEEE and VR conference to have a conversation about one of the, in this case, the final keynote of the conference. There are many different worlds that you'll find have different types of looks and feels. In this case, you may have VR chat, Engage VR, which is fantastic for simulations or for education. Each of these worlds looks very different, and you get to decide the look and feel of both your experience and your world, but also the kinds of shows that you create. So what we do at Playable is help to design the world building with the show package, with the immersive experience or the gameplay, or in some cases it's meeting educational goals, in some cases it's around engagement or impact. And so we specialize in creating immersive experiences that are designed to be safer, certainly in the time of COVID, figuring out how to flip physical events into virtual ones, figuring out how to make a physical venue into a streaming venue, for example, a nightclub into a place where a live event and a stream can happen. We do all of these interactions and help teams design. And so we work on the live streaming integrations between game worlds, and for example, IEEE and VR, as we discussed. But we also work on the interactions between an immersive zone and gameplay, and that can include any type of plugin. That can include things that look like game shows, that can include things that look like tabletop game or an immersive experience educational play. So we end up blending many different platforms. A virtual event might have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different platforms integrated. Just like an immersive experience zone, each room can be tailored for a different type of interaction. And so depending on the audience and the size of the audience, we might engage everything from a 2D stream, and in some cases a 2D and a 3D delivery, a live stream, and or a virtual world. And so IEEE in VR, for example, was one case where we used Mozilla Hubs, Twitch, and in most cases, our panelists were coming in via Zoom, and you can see in the top window, the Zoom window was wrapped with Slido for question and answer for the conference. So 1,600 avatars were able to participate between Twitch and the Mozilla Hubs room, as you see here. There are lots of other places where you can roll an event very easily. Metaverse Community is one place where you can create a room very quickly. Neos VR is a new VR space for art making. You may find, depending on whether you're into art or music or theater, that there are different niche worlds that are going to work best for you. And then you can create virtual worlds or virtual experiences and events within that space, depending on the affordances. So in this case, our live artist, Sarah Finn, is painting in Tilt Brush, and then they are also being broadcast via avatar live into Neos VR. So we work with teams to do these sorts of live mixed reality deliveries. Rumi in Education, Engage VR, different types of conferences. This is an educator summit. This is for HTC. And you can see each of them has their own sort of look and feel. And so figuring out what is going to be the sort of dynamism of the moment, what are the interactions that we're trying to create? In this case, with mixed reality multicasting with Sarah Finn, figuring out how we're all going to play together in a place that feels like a dance club on a pirate ship. So that art becomes something that feels more like you're having an experience on the dance floor together. So we enjoy creating those mixed reality worlds that are both a show package, in some cases television pilots and other things that, since so many sets have closed in the time of COVID, putting actors and artists back to work, creating new types of experiences, and that can include immersive experience zones, drive-ins and drive-throughs that we consult on, as well as gameplay that goes between AR and VR with physical play. And we are also working on specifically playable cities and how to do these types of campaigns across entire cities. And so if you need help creating these types of experiences in your place, I'm available and happy to meet up with you. You'll see the info right here, Evo at Playable Agency. Please reach out to us at Playable Agency. And if you're curious about the graphics behind me, for example, the type of light form work that we use, we do a lot of work in projected AR, immersive theater design, but also game show design and game events. So you're welcome to reach out. This is me and my co-founders, and we're happy to take your calls. So please go ahead, reach out to me on social media if you need anything, and good luck. Have a great time with the rest of your Games for Change.